Welcome to High School Game Day Week 3 Homecoming Edition, powered by Vols Production. I'm your host, Cy Hallberg, alongside.
I'm Wyatt Bice.
And we're ready to get started. We're going to open up with our recap of last week's games. We both went 9-3. Our guest, Camp, went 5-1. A good week of picks. That makes me 16-5, you 15-6. Greenville Christian went to JA. That win is expected. We both thought that was going to be a blowout, and it was. JA handled business. Hartfield at Park Lane. Hartfield also handled business. Two games we both thought that were going to be blowouts. They were. Bio went to Pillow. What did you think about that one?
I mean, I thought Bio would put up a little more fight than they did, but it just seemed like Pillow all the way, 22-0. So, I mean, not much on that one. Yeah,
I honestly think Bio did a good job containing Pillow's offense because, I mean, Pillow's a good football team. 22-0. They really probably could have scored more. Good defense by Pillow, though, to shut them out. Carroll went to Tri-County. Very close game. I was not expecting that. I thought Tri-County was going to win by a big number, but Carroll kept it close.
I mean, Tri-County's been showing out all year, so, I mean, I expected a big blowout, but it really wasn't.
You wonder how that fares for the rest of the season for them. Leak went to Madison St. Joe. This was the upset. We both had Leak winning big, and they lost by 15, 35-20.
I mean, completely unexpected. I mean, Leak has their quarterback back. Everything's going good for them, and then all of a sudden they lose by 15. I mean, just a blindside,
really. Really unexpected. Prep went to MRA. That was the game of the week last week. You picked Prep. That didn't fare so well.
I mean, I think MRA just came to play, and Prep just didn't. They fell short.
Yeah, 26-14 there. MRA wins it. Heritage had homecoming versus Wayne. They handled business 39-7. Oak Hill and North Delta, that was a close game. I kind of thought Oak Hill was going to handle them fairly well. They beat them 21-20, so a win is a win.
I mean, 1-point game. I thought Oak Hill was going to, tear them up, but they still came out with the win, but it was just 1 point. So.
Yeah. Starkville High went to Clinton. I had Starkville High. That didn't go over well, 35-28. Why isn't Starkville winning right now?
I mean, it got pretty hostile Friday night with Clinton. Trey Petty was thrown out. A lot of personal fouls going around.
Yeah.
I feel like just tempers were flaring. It just wasn't a good night for them.
Do you think they can bounce back this week? I mean, they've kind of got they're out of whack.
I mean, they got a tough one. So
yeah.
I don't know if they are, but
they got to come together.
Yeah,
for sure.
They really got to put it together in practice this week.
West Point at New Hope, absolute blowout. That's kind of what it was expected there, 42-7. Columbus went to Greenville. That was ugly. That was a Columbus big game for them. They finally got over the hump on offense. 34 points, definitely. I think that outscored the rest of their games. Yeah. So good game there. SA went to Mag, lost 14-24. Tough one for the Vols there. We're going to move into our MAIS games this week. We have Clinton Christian going to Canton. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Clinton Christian, their only two losses are to really good teams. So, I mean, those two, I don't really think that's a big deal. Canton has only lost to Tri-County, though. I'm going to take Canton in this one.
Yeah, Canton's played some really good teams. I got some family down there at Canton Academy, so I got to go with the Panthers. Canton wins it. Greenville St. Joe travels to Riverfield, both 5-1. Well, Riverfield actually 5-2. Two very high-powered offenses. We'll probably see how the defenses go at it this game right here. High-scoring affair, I think the home field advantage, though, Riverfield.
I don't know about that one. Greenville St. Joe, I mean, they've scored an impressive amount of points on every team. Mm-hmm. Riverfield, they did play Tri-County close, but I think I'm going to take Greenville St. Joe on this one.
Yeah, now the big 6A game of the week, Hartfield goes to JA. It's just kind of a weird matchup here. You know they're probably both fighting for that third-place spot. Mm-hmm. You don't really know who's better. You know Hartfield had that upset. PCS upset them at home. Tough loss for them. How do they respond? And JA, they seem to be struggling with the teams they play. Got blown out by MRA. Can they compete with Hartfield tonight?
I feel like JA, they hadn't got the credit they deserve. They come to a silent 6-1. Nobody's really talking about them. I feel like they're just kind of sliding under the radar. Hartfield, though, I mean, they got the defense, they got the offense, they got everything. Everybody's been talking about them, but I feel like the underdog in this one's JA. Nobody really expects them to win, and I got them on this one.
That's a good pick. I'm going to have to take Hartfield in the upset in the Brickyard tonight. They get it handled. Now the game of the week, you know, two undefeated teams, Tri-County at ACCS, a big 4A matchup right there, probably a state championship game in the future. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Tri-County has scored 283 points in 7 games. I mean, they are just blowing out teams. ACCS, though, I mean, they score a lot, but they also give up a lot. They've given up like 14, 28, you know. I don't know if they're going to be able to contain Tri-County. I got Tri-County in this one.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I think Tri-County's offense is too much, and they beat ACCS. I'd love to watch that game. We'll see how that goes. Now, MRA travels to PCS this week. Not too much to say about this. I think MRA handles business.
Yeah. I mean, MRA is coming off that huge win against Prep. I think they're going to handle it. Shouldn't be too much to it.
Yeah, that wraps it up for MIS. Now we're going to send it to Beckett for the teacher interviews this week.
I'm Beckett Leslie. I'm here with Miss Hammett, who's a junior high math teacher. I'm going to ask her a few questions. Miss Hammett, what are you teaching your students this week?
We are working on order of operations and means of central tendency with 7th grade, and we're working on combining like terms with pre-algebra.
Good. How many referrals have you written this year?
I think only 2.
Oh, that's not as bad as.
You thought it was?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be worse. How do you think the Vols will perform on Friday night?
I think we're gonna put Pilla to sleep. That's what we do, right?
Yeah, there you go. Studio.
Thank you, Beckett, for that interview. Now, we have Jackson Walters here today with us, senior cornerback, to pick the area games. Glad to have you.
Yeah, great to be on this show. You know, starting to pick up a lot of followers, so it's great to be on here.
Thank you, thank you. We're going to start with Columbus and Lafayette. Columbus goes to Oxford tonight, and both 2 and 4 teams. We'll see how they match up.
I mean, Columbus, they hadn't been doing very well all year, but, I mean, Lafayette hasn't either. I'm going to have to pick Columbus on this one. I mean, they've been playing decent here lately, but.
Yeah, we got 2 weak teams coming in. You know, it's just going to be a battle to see who wants it more, and I think I'm going to take Columbus in this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, lots of scoring. Columbus can't seem to figure it out on the offensive side of the ball, and I think that prevents them from winning. Also, interesting fact, Lafayette has never lost to Columbus, so I got Lafayette tonight. Yeah. So Tupelo comes to Starkville. Tupelo undefeated. Starkville trying to figure out bouncing back from back-to-back losses. I don't really know how this one goes. I'm going to go with the Golden Wave. Starkville leads the series all-time 30-15. History does not repeat itself tonight.
I mean, Starkville coming off of 2 straight losses. I mean, Madison Central beat them down, and Clinton, it was a little closer, but they still lost. I'm thinking they're a little beat up. I don't think they're going to recover. I think Tupelo's going to come in and handle business.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think Starkville's just trying to figure things out, and they really just been struggling here lately, and Tupelo's been a dominant team, so I'm taking Tupelo.
Yeah, next we got Cleveland Central at West Point. Cleveland Central hasn't really had an impressive schedule so far. I think that shows tonight. I think West Point gets their team to believe in their system and makes it 4 straight wins tonight.
I mean, like you said, Cleveland Central just hadn't been very impressive. I mean, not much to show. West Point, though, they're going to prove themselves. I feel like they're going to make a little comeback this year. They're 3-2, but I don't think that really shows who they are. I think they're going to make a little statement this week. I got West Point.
I have West Point as well. I think that West Point's going to rely on how they know how to play football. Very physical team, and I think they're just going to dominate Cleveland Central.
Yeah, back to MIS matchup here. Oak Hill at Carroll. That's a tough game. You know, Oak Hill has a little win streak building up. Can they keep stacking wins? The Beck boys aren't going to be happy about their loss to Tri-County last week. They take it out on the Raiders tonight. Carroll wins.
I mean, Carroll's just notorious. They have a lot of big fellas. I mean, real physical team, ready to play some football. Oak Hill, they've been losing a little bit. They are 3-4, so I'm going to have to take Carroll just because I think they're going to be the more physical team on Friday night.
Yeah, you got 2, 3, and 4 teams coming in for a big game between both of them. Got Oak Hill, who's been trying to put some wins together, and Carroll, who's also been struggling, but I've got Carroll in the physical matchup here, and I'm taking Carroll to beat Oak Hill by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, now for a good 5A matchup here. Mag Heights 6-1, Heritage 6-1. Mag comes into Columbus. Both kind of the top dogs in 5A right now. it'll be a showdown. Heritage has been hit with the injury plague, I think, but they kind of licked their wounds and they beat Mac Heights this week.
I think the home field advantage really plays a role in this one.
Yeah.
Mad Heights having to go a couple hours to Heritage, so they're both 6-1. Heritage has got a powerhouse offense and defense. Mad Heights, they're stout. I'm gonna have to take Heritage just because of the home field advantage on this one.
Yeah, 2 6-1 teams, two pretty good offenses and strong defenses, but Mag Heights has just been struggling in the secondary, and I think that Heritage's passing offense can just get them past this game, but it will be close.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now for Pillow and SA, Starkville Academy's homecoming, exciting matchup here. SA's been struggling, 3 straight losses. Pillow comes to town looking for a big win. They've been struggling against the Vols lately. What do you think, Watt?
SA, 3 straight losses, like you said, but I mean their defense has been playing pretty well. Offense, I think, is going to pick it up this week. Pillow, I feel like they're going to come in thinking they're going to win, but it's Starkville Academy homecoming, and everybody knows you want to win your homecoming game. So I feel like SA is going to pull this one out.
I agree. SA's been on a 3-game loss streak, and I think it's time that they are finally going to turn it around. Pillow's definitely going to be a physical matchup for them, but I think that Starkville Academy's offense is going to come through, and defense is going to do enough to get the job done, and SA wins.
Yeah, I think this is a huge game for the Vols. I mean, I think this is really the statement they've been waiting to make. They make it tonight. Vols win in a thriller. Thanks, Jackson, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
That was
Thanks
a
for
great
letting me be on
time.
here.
We're going to send it to Ben Lyle for the weather report for the homecoming game.
I'm here at J. Logan Field, where the Vols are going to be facing Pillow Academy tonight for their homecoming game. It's going to be about 75 degrees. The temperatures are going to drop as the night goes on. You might even need a sleeve or two. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Ben, for that weather report. Now we're going to have a story on the basketball team that previews their season from Davis Lancaster. What do you think about that basketball team this year?
I mean, 2-time runner-up in the past 2 seasons. They got a new coach once again, but I think they'll be pretty good.
Yeah, 3rd coach in 3 seasons. We'll see how he transitions into this program after back-to-back runner-ups. 3rd time's the charm, they say. Hopefully the Vols can win a state championship. Now to Davis for the story.
Hi, I'm Davis Lancaster here at the Starkville Academy Gymnasium doing a story on the upcoming varsity basketball team. I will be asking questions to Coach Brian Merkel and assistant coaches. I'm here with Coach Brian Merkel. Coach, you lost 4 seniors and 8 are coming back. What do you think the leadership is going to be like on this team?
Yeah, we certainly lost a lot of production from last year, but those 8 seniors you mentioned coming back, 3 of them were returning starters, and then other handful of those guys played a lot of minutes last year. So we did graduate quite a lot of experience, but we have a ton coming back, and I'm excited to see those returning seniors step into more of a leadership role and kind of take control of this team.
Coach, they made it back-to-back state champs. What do you think it's going to take for them to win?
It's a good question. I think first and foremost, the message that we've been given to the team every single day is to just get better, stack days on top of each other. And I think to do that, we have to be consistent in our effort, both physically and our effort mentally, to stay focused when we're tired, when things aren't going well. When you're in the playoffs or in the state championship game, you've got to fight through adversity. And so for us, just maintaining consistency is the number one thing, and I think with the talent we have, if we can do that, we'll give ourselves a great chance.
I'm here with Coach Smith. Coach, it's your first year coaching a basketball team. What is your experience with the team so far?
I think it's been a lot of fun. I have 3 teams that I'm able to look after and coach. I got the 7th graders and the junior high team, and then as well as varsity. So it's been a lot of fun and getting a lot of experience in with them.
What do you think about Coach Merkel's style of play?
I really like it a lot. He has a lot of experience. He came from the college world, and I think we can translate that into the high school level. We play to our strengths, which right now we have a lot of big guys and seniors that know how to play basketball. So I really like what we're doing right now, and I think we're going to be successful at what we're running.
Thank you, Davis, for that basketball update. Now we send it to Chloe Harden, who has student interviews this week.
Thank you. I'm Chloe Harden, and I'm here with Jacob Krim. And what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
And this is your first year at Starkville Academy, so how's your first experience for homecoming week been?
It's been pretty good. Everybody's been participating a lot. My favorite dress-up day has been Disney. A lot of fun characters.
And what's been your favorite costume from Disney Day?
Oh, I have to say Minnie Mouse is a very popular costume. So go with that.
Okay, thank you. I'm with Olivia Bonnet. And what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th.
And what door sign this week do you think has been the best so far?
Definitely the juniors by 4.
And with all the excitement this week, how do you think that'll translate into the game tonight?
I mean, we always pull through with the homecoming Friday game, so I don't think we'll have a problem with it this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. That concludes our show this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cy Hallberg.
I'm Wyatt Bice. Have a great day. Go Vols.